But if you listen to someone like Elon Musk, he's a very polarizing figure, but one thing, he is one of the greatest futurists I've ever seen. It's like he's not of this world, his understanding of all of this stuff. And he's like, people don't understand it yet, but robots, the androids, are going to be the largest part of Tesla. Nobody understood that when he started this, his mission to Mars, he's just broken down every single component part of what you need to do to run a society on Mars and get there, and built a business around it. The cash flow is positive. And that one of the things is, how do you move things around on Mars where you need self-driving cars or vehicles or whatever they are? But some of the things require manual dexterous tasks. Well, you're going to need robots to do it.
Bitcoinzilla stands out with its simplicity and clarity. We've crafted an experience that anyone can dive into, whether you're a crypto expert or just a new to the crypto world. Now, guess who keeps his eye on us? The author of best-selling book Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. And we want to take this opportunity and thank all the people who trusted us, and we read every comment. And the best part, it's free. Subscribing now means you will get all new information for free. Don't just follow the trends, stay ahead of them. Subscribe to Bitcoinzilla today and enjoy the new edge.
Raoul Pal dives into bold crypto predictions and breakthrough tech trends, revealing future-shaping insights. Let's watch to discover more.
Mark Andreessen, the famous venture capitalist, who also built some of the greatest companies of our time, said software is eating the world. Basically a proxy for the internet. So the internet is eating banking. This whole trend that we talked about of AI and robots has already been happening all the time. Everything's being automated. Is tomorrow more digital than today? Yes, and that is true every single day of our lives. And it will be always true forever. And so the internet has eaten the banking system because it is faster and more efficient than having a branch. You don't need the people because you just fill out a form or you click. Okay, so that trend has been going on. Then what happened is the banks were still slow and cumbersome. So people thought, you know what, why don't we create just banks specifically for the internet? And it's called fintech, financial technology companies. And we've seen like the rise of Revolut, which I don't know if you have in the US, but across the world, it's like the bank. It's an internet bank. It only exists on the internet and it's huge. Out of that came new internet players like Robinhood and Coinbase. So these like internet stockbrokers and banks all being built. Okay, great. So we go from traditional bank, you go see your bank manager, you go and queue up. You go to the internet, destroying all of that and creating profits for the banks because they don't have to hire the people. Then you get the new incumbent saying, well, actually, we could do this thing even better. And they start taking a whole chunk out of Visa, MasterCard, JP Morgan, everybody else. And then suddenly this new world appears. And it's, oh shit, we're all going over there. Now we've got entire banks and fintech companies built with code with no humans. Okay, and that's where we're going. And then, hey, we got a different we got computer money as well. And so it really is just a progression of this technology. Much like AI is just a progression of all the computer sciences beforehand, neural networks, machine learning, and everything else from when we started thinking about this stuff in the 30s. And the robots, well, we've been manifesting that ever since we've had science fiction. And we're just getting there. And these things are all converging. And by 2030, they're all going to be here. Now, it's not like we'll have 1 million robots, 1 billion robots, 10 billion robots instantly.
Bitcoin's current rally still has plenty of fuel left, according to the Mayer multiple, a classic metric that measures how far Bitcoin's price is from its 200-week moving average. Even as BTC hovers around $121,000, the indicator shows it's closer to being oversold than overbought. With the multiple sitting at just 1.16, analysts say Bitcoin could surge as high as $180,000 before showing signs of overheating. This stands in sharp contrast to past bull runs, where the multiple soared above 2.4, signaling market euphoria. Crypto analyst Frank A. Fetter described Bitcoin as ice cold at all-time highs, noting the unusual calm despite record prices. Such stability suggests the market still has room to climb before reaching speculative extremes. Still, traders remain cautious. While the long-term setup looks bullish, short-term action could stay choppy with a possible dip toward $114,000 before the next big move. For now, Bitcoin's quiet strength may be the calm before another explosive rise.
He built the spaceships to get there. He's built the satellite system to do it. And he says, that the humanoids are going to be by far the largest part of Tesla. And we just don't understand at what scale we can use the robots, physical human robots. And I tend to believe he's probably right. Like, he's saying another really interesting thing that people don't listen to because they don't want to. He says 99% of all energy will be solar. And everyone's like, well, here we are in Texas. You go out and tell that in the streets, you get murdered because it's oil. It's like, and all of the people saying, well, it needs to be nuclear power, and then, all of this stuff. And he's like, up there is the largest thermonuclear reactor we will ever need. There's something called the Kardashev scale, which is how do you scale civilizations. And it's like type 1 civilization, all of its energy use just can come from the sun. And he's like, we have the source of energy. It's just the technology needs to figure out how to capture it and store it and move it around fast enough. And again, nobody listens because they think he's being preposterous because he's not talking about today. He's talking about what we have to do. And then when you know the answer is just go and manifest it, make it happen. Build the batteries, build the solar stuff, build the cars that drive on this, build everything on this. Because on Mars, there ain't no oil. The only way is the sun.
We'd probably already be there if there was some oil on Mars.
Exactly.
Never heard that take before. It's kind of a reverse engineering.
Well, he's doing literally every component part. And people don't see it, and it's so fucking obvious. Is like, even the fact that, why do you need the cars if you've got the robots? Well, because human limbs, android robots, don't move around as well and as fast as a vehicle does. What is the Cybertruck? Well, that's the first Gen 1 of what a Mars landing vehicle is. And you put a computer in it, and you've got a self-driving robot that can go anywhere. You stick a couple of humanoid robots in it, and now you can do anything. You got the power system on Mars. Well, it has to be solar. There's no other answer. So you build all the solar stuff, store it with a battery pack. You got to get there. So that's the rocket company. Then you've got the telecommunications network because you need to communicate up there. And then you've got, well, where do we build? How do we build? Well, that's what the boring company is. It's underground because of the temperature. So all the component parts, and then he breaks them down into, and I don't even know how he does this, into cash flowing positive components. I mean, SpaceX makes, I don't know if it's profitable yet, but the satellites make a fortune.
XRP's price is showing cracks as whales, large investors who hold massive amounts of the token, have been selling off around $50 million worth of XRP every single day. This wave of selling has driven the price below $3, landing it near $2.80 and raising concerns of a deeper correction. Data from CryptoQuant shows that whale wallets have been steadily offloading, while Glassnode reports a growing XRP supply on exchanges, signs that big players are preparing for more selling pressure ahead. This heavy distribution has some traders bracing for a sharp decline. Veteran analyst Peter Brandt has flagged a descending triangle pattern forming on XRP's chart, warning that a break below $2.75 could trigger a fall to $2.20, a potential 22% drop. The $2.75 to $80 range has become a crucial battleground for bulls to defend. Still, hope lingers among XRP supporters. Speculation around a potential XRP ETF approval by mid-October could shift sentiment and reignite buying interest. But if whales keep dumping, even bullish news might not be enough to stop the slide. If you have been watching so far, thank you so much for watching, and do not forget to subscribe to Bitcoin Zella for daily news all for free. That's all for today's video. Until next time.